Sci-Fi short film program.
Downloading host profile, Lisa Marie, an actress, filmmaker, and musician best known for her roles in Ed Wood, Mars Attacks, and Sleepy Hollow. She'll next be seen in this summer's Planet of the Apes and is currently collaborating on a film project for the Walker Art Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hello, and welcome to Exposure. Tonight, I bring you a warning. Your brain is endangered. Sure, it's safely encased within your skull, but that doesn't mean it can't be invaded or even recreated by forces from beyond. The two shocking tales of science that I present to you tonight concern characters who find their minds are controlled by others. We begin with Pioneer 12 from writer and director Aaron Feldman. A native of Chicago, Feldman grew up with a passion for both art and science. He studied biology in college and was headed for med school when his wife, producer Orit Bendori, persuaded him to try his hand at filmmaking. The rest, as they say, is history. Now, the cure to one man's mind-bending madness may lie somewhere beyond the stars. Here is Pioneer 12. Stay in control of your mind.
End of session, Ray. How do you feel?
I'm nervous. I know I'll go back home and my mom will pretend like nothing happened. Who knows what my brother will think of me.
Give your family some credit. They know you're better.
Yeah, I am better. But that's been in here.
You'll be fine. Ray.
I know. I'll be fine. No, it's okay. I'm fine. I'm reading.
Okay, I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. Ow. You're...
You still a nut?
Are you still a wimp?
Here, I made you some eggs.
So far, the scientists...
Hey, Thee. I know it was a dream, but it felt vivid, real. And there were the numbers. They stayed in my head until I got it out. Until I wrote them in my journal. The same thing as before, Doc. I don't want it to start again.
Ray, this sounds like it was a dream, not a hallucination. Try to see the difference. Focus on something you know is real, like your family. Ray.
Sure, Doc. I'll focus on something real.
Here, I made you some eggs. Come on, Theo, they're here. Let's go.
Can I stay home with Ray?
No, come on, let's go.
Bye, Ray.
Yeah, see you.
Bye.
Here, honey. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let me see. You look a little pale. You sure?
I'm great.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, look, I gotta go. I'm late. Now, there's plenty of food in the fridge. I'm gonna call you from work, and I'm gonna try to get home early, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. I love you.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Unknown force. Soldiers looks like...
I wasted all morning waiting for that woman to call me back. You know, I must have left 3 messages for her. I'm not kidding. Here. I got it. Oh, here, let me give you some money. Hang on a second. Okay? Okay. All right, let's go. Thanks. So, Ray, what happened to my desk lamp?
Yeah, I tripped.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really?
Do you plan on scrutinizing everything I do?
No, I'm sorry. I won't.
Thanks.
Give me that. Hey, no reading while you're eating. Come on.
I'm studying.
Yeah, that's new.
We have our trip to the museum.
I forgot about that.
What?
No, I was supposed to take him.
It's okay, I'll take him.
You sure?
Yeah, can Ray take me?
Mom, I'll take him, okay? It's fine.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Thank you. Yes, that's for you.
Oh my God. Ray, here you go.
Thanks.
Come on, you haven't tried it yet.
subscription software for various government agencies. Welcome to the Mobius Institute IOP exhibit, the Interstellar Outreach Program. Dr. Richard Mobius Allen began the Institute with the invention of the Mobius Code. This code has been employed in programs that are now searching the universe for intelligent patterns or signs of extraterrestrial life. Today, no extraterrestrial life
You lost your mind?
Later, a daring experiment in human replication goes terribly wrong. And next, an intergalactic transmission has been deciphered. Discover what lies beyond the mind's eye in the conclusion of Pioneer 12, when exposure continues.
An interview with director Tim Burton, top secret behind-the-scenes footage, and some ape-inspired short films. Go Ape, an Exposure Special Edition, Friday at 7. Part of the summer of Sci-Fi. Go Ape, as Exposure presents The Insider's Guide to Planet of the Apes. Join host Lisa Marie for a one-of-a-kind look at this reimagined classic. Featuring an exclusive interview with director Tim Burton, turning man into monkey with makeup master Rick Baker, special guests and behind-the-scenes footage, Lisa Marie's top-secret home movies, and a primal collection of short films inspired by Planet of the Apes. Go Ape, an Exposure Special Edition, Friday at 7. Part of the summer of Sci-Fi.
Now exposure continues with Pioneer 12.
Theo, open up. Theo. Listen, I'm so sorry about, I didn't... See, I didn't recognize you. I thought I saw something else. Yeah, the Mobius Institute, just the address. Yeah, I need to speak with Dr. Allen, please.
Do you have an appointment?
No, I don't, but I'd really like to see him.
What is your name?
Raymond Juniper.
Hey. Yeah, so Mr. Jupiter is here to see Dr. Allen?
No, it's Juniper.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dr. Allen is unavailable. If you want, you can try back tomorrow or
I can't come back tomorrow.
I can't help you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Look, I need you to do me a favor, okay? I need you to pick up the phone and call Dr. Allen. Can you do that for me? Can you just...
I'm sorry. I cannot do that for you.
You need to do this for me. Just pick up the phone.
I will not pick up the phone. Dr. Allen is very busy. What are you doing?
Jacob, get him back in here. Please, come in, come in. Thank you, Jacob. Sit down. I have to ask you, where did you get these? Where did you get these notebooks, Ray?
I wrote them.
Do you know what they mean?
Well, they don't mean anything. I write to calm down. It seems to help. I'm sick.
I want you to look at that. Go ahead, pick it up. Does it look familiar, Ray? It does look familiar, doesn't it? It looks very familiar. I know this is hard to understand, Ray, but you're not sick. We're the same.
No, it doesn't make any sense. See, I know I'm sick. I know it's all just a manifestation of mania.
If that's what you believe, then why did you come here? You came here because you wanted to believe something else, that you aren't crazy, that there's something more, that there's something real.
That's not what I want.
Then you tell me, Ray, what do you want?
I need to go to the bathroom.
Listen to me, Ray. In the early 70s, NASA launched a series of deep space probes, the first of their kind. They named them Pioneers. First two, 10 and 11, relatively straightforward. Take direct images of Saturn, move on out of the solar system. Pioneer 12 was different. NASA added an audio and visual sample of our world. They recorded it on the latest technology of the day. It's a record album. Call it a deep space greeting card. When 12 passed Jupiter, it went dead. NASA chalked it up to a failed mission. End of the story for them, just the beginning for me. A few months later, I started seeing things. It was the numbers. Kept it to myself at first. Didn't tell anyone, my own little secret. But something kept gnawing at me. Those numbers repeated themselves in a series. You know that. I knew if I could figure out how they repeated themselves, then I'd have some answers. Are you listening to me, Ray? Those numbers decoded into a topological map, but they weren't the map of a location. It was the map of an object. And that object was a record album. Took me years to figure that out. Every groove mapped, every valley mapped, every peak mapped. Do you understand me, Ray? They answered us with a record like the one they found on Pioneer 12. You're not crazy, Ray.
Who are they?
The little green men from outer space. Come on, I'll show you something. Joseph, do me a favor, would you please? Run these down to encryption. Let's see what our friend here has to offer.
Sure, Moby.
Hi, I'm Joe.
Ray.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks.
See, Ray, those other numbers, they aren't garbage. It's the rest of the puzzle. It's the sound, it's the visual, the data, the maps of their solar system. We've been decoding it for years. Come. I want to show you something wonderful.
It's amazing, Dr. Allen.
Yes, it is. Go on in. Go ahead. Go on. Spend as much time as you like. By the way, call me Moby.
So, Ray, you seem different. Is there something you haven't told me?
I feel different. I feel good.
Let's talk about the dreams. What do you think they represent? Ray.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Somewhere in Hollywood, a husband and wife production team prepared their plan of attack.
It's a marathon. It's not a race.
Spend a day in the life with the creators of Pioneer 12. When exposure continues.
We've lost the top spot on the food chain, and now mankind must face the ultimate realization. We taste like chicken.
They're contesting our place in the food chain.
The food chain reaction. 4 nights of balanced human nutrition. The food chain reaction begins with spiders. Tomorrow at 9 on Sci-Fi.
Light, airy cones of crispy corn. There's no such thing as too many bugles. Bugles. More is better.
The husband and wife production team of Aaron Feldman and Orit Bendori have created 2 award-winning short films and are on the verge of producing their first feature-length film. Exposure spent the day with this collaborative couple and discovered how they plan on conquering Hollywood in this exclusive Exposure time-lapse.
What's interesting is when we're talking about like our strengths, I sort of mini-manage our team. And that's sometimes a struggle with a relationship and working when you're the business person saying, get to that computer and work today, and when you're like, don't want to be like the nagging wife. If I don't think something's working, I'll be very, you need to hear why this isn't working. And we go from there.
And then I'll disagree. And then I'll come back a couple hours later and say, you're right.
Yes, that's actually the
That's usually how it happens. And I think we're still figuring out how to like turn off business.
I know, but my question is Allison now? Is the dialogue all different? Because she's a different person. It's not going to be, you have to basically get rid of Julie.
I like Julie's character better.
That's right.
I'd rather keep her dialogue and just make
her the girl who is there throughout, who works in the, but does she work in the office too?
Yeah.
That works. This whole week we've been struggling with getting motivated.
Hey, pal. Orit told me that you liked the TV thing. Can you believe that was bought?
Neil.
Am I on speaker? I think you should make it an action comedy, not a comedy with action in it.
I'm an easy partner.
Yeah, easy for Orit, maybe.
We have 7 or 8 projects going at any time.
It's the mutual friend thing, actually. We all have mutual friends with Aaron and Orit.
I was compiling a list of addresses because I was like the assistant coordinator on this movie we were working on, and Aaron and Orit were both employed by the film. And did not let anyone know that they were dating. I think they'd staggered their arrival time at the office. And so I'm running around getting everybody's address, and I get Aaron's address, and it's the exact same address as Orit's. I was kind of like, God, it's so funny. This other girl, Orit, lives at the exact same apartment, actually.
But we were dating at the time. We weren't engaged, and
dating. We were together. We've been living together for 5 years.
Well, we just try to make it seem professional that you're working together because you're 2 talented people. It's like your mother saying, you're talented. I mean, it's like my husband saying, I'm working with this fabulous director. Oh, he happens to be my husband. It's kind of like.
So it was a lot easier to keep it quiet.
Like, I even know people, though, who were producing partners. I mean, that relationship is so intense that you might as well be married.
But it takes like years to find your place. I mean, in New York, it took us 4 or 5 years to have like the same group of friends and your places you like to go and the comfort zone. So it just got harder and harder to leave. So we knew like if we didn't do it soon, we would never move.
In New York, I probably lived in my boxers for like a good 2 months.
Yeah.
Really?
There were days where
24-hour delivery. You can go to movies,
my days, it was so easy in New York. So I'd get out of bed and then go into the living room.
Would you go nuts?
Like, yes.
Yeah, I went nuts. That's why I was so excited to come out here.
My friends all became doctors or lawyers, very early, or stockbrokers, or got married and had kids, and I was always the one that was off doing that film thing that nobody could quite understand. And but I think it gets to a point where you just accept that. People don't get it. I'm not going to explain it. It's okay. But it took me a while to realize that, to just be like, it's fine. This is the world we're living in. I don't have to explain it.
Hang in there. It's a marathon. It's not a race.
Next, the first manned starship to leave our galaxy contains a dark and deadly secret when exposure continues.
As Exposure presents the Insider's Guide to Planet of the Apes, join host Lisa Marie for a one-of-a-kind look at this reimagined classic. Featuring featuring an exclusive interview with director Tim Burton, turning man into monkey with makeup master Rick Baker, special guests and behind-the-scenes footage, Lisa Marie's top secret home movies, and a primal collection of short films inspired by Planet of the Apes. Go Ape, an exposure special edition, Friday at 7. Part of the summer of Sci-Fi.
This week's Vision of the Future finds mankind on the brink of intergalactic exploration and at the crossroads of human replication. Today's Life was written and directed by Noah Cadner. Raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Cadner studied film production at USC. He produced Today's Life as his thesis project and spent an entire summer, along with lead actor Will Punkett, building sets from scratch, which helped pay for the many visual effects required to complete the film. Now, what if one man's memories could belong to another? A lesson in identity. This is Today's Life.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the crew of Voyager 3. Captain William Towers and the ground control team. Voyager 3 will not actually carry Captain Towers, but rather the ability to make genetic duplicates or clones. Each human clone will possess only the knowledge necessary to make scientific observations. Upon the completion of these observations, the computer will shut off the heating and air supply, terminating the clone. The terminated clone will then be expelled out of the ship's airlock. This will conserve supplies and prolong the mission, which is planned to last centuries. The human clone will not have memories of his former life. Such memories could cause serious emotional trauma, considering clones have a very limited lifespan.
The conclusion of today's life when exposure continues.
I love you.
Now, from the LA Underground, director Noah Cadner.
I lived in Texas and Arizona as a child, and one thing that we used to do a lot of was we would take our toys and cover them with model airplane glue and set them on fire and take pictures. If you could go way back in time to where I was then, you could sort of see the logical progression that I'm just getting bigger and bigger toys and better looking explosions. So that's basically my goal in life. I think that's entirely possible, that you could sort of take a snapshot of a person's mind at a certain state and transfer that into a new body. The notion of a soul kind of comes into it. Does the soul carry along? Is the soul locked up in a person's original, naturally born body, or is it something that can be copied and transferred to another body? A lot of people who see today's life are sort of unconvinced. They think it's not believable because the astronaut is recreated with his memories intact, which a lot of people say is impossible. And to that I say, well, you show me a clone that doesn't have his memories, and, you know, I'll agree with you, but the fact is nobody really knows.
Stay tuned. Exposure will continue.
Presents The Insider's Guide to Planet of the Apes with an exclusive interview with director Tim Burton, top secret behind-the-scenes footage, and some ape-inspired short films. Go Ape, an Exposure Special Edition, Friday at 7, part of the summer of Sci-Fi.
This week on Sci-Fi.com, upgrade your entertainment experience with exclusive video clips, downloadable photos, and behind-the-scenes interviews from First Wave, Farscape, and The Invisible Man. Get primed, only at Sci-Fi.com.
Now, Exposure continues with host Lisa Marie.
To check out this week's short film selections or any other flick from Exposure's extensive collection, just log on now at exposure.sci-fi.com. And next time...
Mayday, mayday! A world of mystery. Come in! A world of adventure. A world turned upside down. This week, get ready.
Bow your head!
To go ape. As Exposure presents The Insider's Guide to Planet of the Apes. Join host Lisa Marie for a one-of-a-kind look at this reimagined classic. Featuring an exclusive interview with director Tim Burton, turning man into monkey with makeup master Rick Baker, special guests and behind-the-scenes footage, Lisa Marie's top-secret home movies, and a primal collection of short films inspired by Planet of the Apes. Go Ape, an Exposure Special Edition, Friday at 7, part of the summer of Sci-Fi.
I'm Lisa Marie. Let's get exposed together next week on Sci-Fi's original short film series, Exposure.